ready to start this video with 4 items that I picked up yesterday. Yesterday was Wednesday, and I went to the, my hair's weird. I went to the thrift store where you get 50% off on Wednesdays. Seniors do. 50% on Wednesdays, except for pink tags. And I picked up 4 items. I was expecting that this was the last time I would go for a while because it's not on my way to work normally. It's just on my way to work in the place I'm working at temporarily. And I'm almost done there. But I don't know. It's not like super far out of my way. So I might still go maybe whenever it hits me that I want to go. Because there's occasionally decent things to find there. Let's see what I got and whether this should encourage me to go back. I don't know. Okay. The first item is a brand I am unfamiliar with. Brand, designer, label, whatever you want to call it. It is Dolan Twins. Maybe I'll look something up about them and put it up here if there's anything interesting. This is a very, very orange hoodie. When I did an image search, it said it was their Halloween hoodie. The Dolan Twins hoodies, the comps range from very low to okay, like as low as $10, as high as $45. When I searched, I found one of these on Mercari for $22 and one of them on Poshmark for $60. I'm not going to list it at either of those prices. It will be in the middle. This doesn't look like it was worn at all. And it was a good enough price at half price that I was like, okay, I'll get it. It's a size medium. If it doesn't sell, maybe I'll wear it to work on Halloween if I'm working on Halloween. Not a big money maker, but I think it'll sell. There isn't, I didn't see any sold in the orange. And even the ones that I found using image search, when I went into Poshmark and typed in Dolan Twins Halloween hoodie, it didn't come up. So that could be proof that you've got to list properly. Like that should come up for Halloween hoodie. And if you haven't put in any keywords to bring it up or your title's wrong, then mine will come up and yours will not. This is an item from a brand that I'm trying to avoid most of the time, but you know, what are you going to do? The North Face. It's a good brand. I like this brand. I'm not buying the quarter zips. I'm not buying, you know, the little fleece zip-up jackets. But this is a little more substantial. I believe it's a ski jacket, and it's Gore-Tex. I found one listed on Poshmark for $200. Probably won't be listing this at $200. Men's extra large. I don't know. I don't know why Gore-Tex, the North Face doesn't sell better, but it doesn't. Okay, then 2 items that I'm kind of excited about because I feel like they have potential, but I don't really know. First off is this jacket, and it is Spider. Okay, so right away you're thinking, really that? I don't pick up Spider. I like it. It's sort of a outdoorsy, gore-core type brand, like the North Face, that I like that kind of thing, but it doesn't do very well. I think it's sold at Costco, which doesn't help it. Anyway, I walked by and saw this jacket, and I saw it was Spider, and I'm like, oh, no. And I kept going, and then I'm like, wait, let me do an image search. And I didn't even look at the back at the time. So it was only after I did an image search that I discovered that it is official U.S. ski team merch. And this is listed or sold. I can't remember. I did a quick search between 165 and 225. Wow. That was a shocker. I didn't delve too, obviously just, you know, listing it doesn't mean a thing if it doesn't sell. But that was enough to make me just say, I'm just going to grab it, see what happens, because I do like it. What is the size? It is a size, also men's extra large. So, men's extra large, come to my closet. And then this last item, this has never happened. The pink tags are the ones that they price up, that are, you know, stupidly priced. And they aren't 50% off on senior. They don't get the seniors discount. I think they have a sale once, I don't know, where they might have that on sale. I don't even know. So, and even the pink tags, if they were on sale, are usually priced too high that it's not worth it. Like they'll price Vans at 25 or something like that. But I saw these boots, and like that jacket, I had to back up and say, what have we got here? This was before I realized it was a pink tag. Look at these boots. That is a tall boot, knee-high boot. You can see that it's like that there, so it probably goes over the knee. And it was pink tag and priced up. The brand is Horsag, Horsag, which I've never heard of. They're made in Mexico. In fact, I found them on the Mexican website. I don't know if it was dollars or pesos because it had a dollar sign. I'm assuming pesos has its own sign. I have to look at that. It was 3,925 with a dollar sign. Anyway, that doesn't mean a thing. Except I found Horsag boots, and they were all, I would say, over 200. It was hard to tell because when I looked it up, I typed in Horsag boots. I got a lot of things that looked like they were the same company, but it didn't say Horsag in the title, and I didn't necessarily click on all of them. But it was enough information for me to decide I'm going to give it a go. Yes, I pay up once in a while. I pay up on online auctions. I'm not afraid to pay up for something special, and I think these are special. So even though this isn't the best thrift store in the world, I found some gems there. The last pair of cowboy boots I picked up there, which were half price, sold like that for $100. So anyway, that's what I got at this store. Hello. You can't tell, but I can tell you that it has been quite a while since I recorded the first part of this video. But I am back to finish it with a Fill-A-Bag sale haul. So this is the Fill-A-Bag sale I've gone to fairly often. I didn't expect them to do one again until the weather cooled off, because it's normally outside. And our weather, while always hot in the summer, is apparently breaking, I don't know if it's already broken a record or it's on target to break a record of consecutive days at over 110 degrees. A record nobody wants to break. And in fact, yesterday when the Fill-A-Bag sale was, the high was 116. Which is not the record. The record, I guess, was it was 115, and the record is 116. So, at least we didn't break that record. Anyway, what they did was they have warehouse area, and it's kind of like a long building with like metal garage doors, and each unit is a storage unit. And I guess they have several of them. So they had one unit like in the middle of the long building, and that was the size 10 and below. And then at the end was another one, and that was the size 12 and up, which doesn't really suit my style of shopping, but I will take that every day over being outside when it's 100 degrees out. So what you did was you started in one room, and if you wanted to go to another room and you hadn't paid for your bag or anything because it wasn't full, someone would escort you. So I started in the room of 10 and lower, and the way I normally do this sale is I skim. I go through, see what catches my eye, and then once I've done that once, then I go more thoroughly through. But since I had to go to 2 rooms, I did my normal not very thorough one of the 10 and lower room, and then I went over to the other room, and I my bag wasn't full. After going through that room once, my bag wasn't full. I went through a second time, my bag wasn't full. At that point, I should have probably asked to go back to the smaller room again to be more thorough, but instead I just kept going over the room I was in. I didn't really even think about, like, I've done this room. So I do have a lot of filler because I was just like, the strategy for a fill a bag sale is to fill it as much as you can, especially at this one, because it's not a cheap bag. It's not like I've seen other resellers go to like a $5 or $20 fill a bag. So I try to get as much as possible. At the same time, I'm trying to avoid filler because I need to purge. I thought I had a lot of time to do this, but now I have to do it right away. My own stuff, I need less items in my closet. So I don't want any filler. And when I talk about filler, I'm specifically talking about things that would be like listed at $20 or $18, or that I think I could sell for $18. I don't want that. I don't want that kind of merchandise anymore. It just, I can't. I'd rather use that for better merchandise. So I do have a lot of filler because, like I said, I had to go 3 or 4 times through there to end up with stuff. But I think even the filler stuff that I have should be listed higher than that, like 30 and above. I'm not sure. I don't even remember what I have. We'll go through it together. And obviously the real last second, I just have to fill the bag items are at the top and the better at the bottom. So let's start with this one, which is a label that I swore I would not be picking up anymore. And so I passed it by several times. It's Calvin Klein. But what I've had mixed results with Calvin Klein, but mostly I have dresses. So this one I was like, all right, maybe for the holidays this will do okay. It's let me button it. It's a velvet blazer and it's pretty like wine color. So I think, towards November, December and holidays, this would be perfect. It's a size 20W. So that's another reason I should have gone to the other room. I don't do well with extreme sizes. I don't do well with really big sizes or really tiny sizes. I like to stay smack in the middle of average. That's where the numbers are. So that was another reason I probably should have, but I just didn't think about it until I left. Like, I should have gone back. It's not like they said you can't go back. So if they do one again like this, I've learned from it. And that's, all you can ask for. This is a good brand that I don't necessarily fare well with. But at least the size is not bad. It's Eileen Fisher large. So I understand that Eileen Fisher does better in larger sizes. But I'm glad it's not super large. But I have some Eileen Fisher that's sat forever. At least I know I'm getting, a pretty good piece, a recognizable name, and another great holiday piece. This beautiful, emerald green velvet, fully lined. It's an open front jacket, so not really a blazer, but something you can throw on over anything and dress it up. I'm just looking, and I don't really check condition. The shopping makes it's got its own thing because of the way it is, and you want to rush through. You don't want to spend too much time on one item, and then so you got to carry. I don't know. Their donators donate good stuff, though. I have only gotten things that are in good condition or maybe a slight flaw that was not a problem. This one I passed by a couple of times, but then I was like running out of options, and I bought it. It's Carmen Mark Valvo, size extra large. My first Carmen Mark Valvo that I ever picked up sold really quickly. But then I picked up another one and it's just sitting there. But it's like a full-length beaded gown. So that is the kind of thing that doesn't go fast. This is a purple blazer. This could also be good for, holiday season. Or really any time for the upcoming fall. People should be shopping only for fall now. And it's nice. There was a black leather dress. I should have taken it as a possible, but I didn't realize I'd have such a hard time filling my bag. So when I was going through, I was like, maybe I can find that leather dress, and it was gone. So that was sad. This is a brand I don't pick up very often, and yet I have 2 of them this time. It is Banana Republic size 14. Also not too bad a size. You know, at least it's not like 20 like that other one. Is this linen? This feels like linen. It's a really pretty, probably midi, but maybe maxi length skirt. Fully lined. The lining feels like cotton. So it's definitely a good quality. I'm trying to find a tag that will give me the fabric. Oh, there it is. 100% linen, lining 100% cotton. Oh, I'm getting good at this. This is very pretty. I threw it in the bag, and I remembered that I had brought it, but in my head it was like a cotton canvas or almost a denim-y, but this is nicer. Not that I necessarily do spectacularly just based on fabric content, but I think that, you know, well-respected brand, good fabric. There were several of this brand, and I've only sold it once and done really well, but I did actually look comps on this, and while they weren't fantastic, they weren't horrible. It's Ming Wang, and, you know, it's at the top, which it was a last minute thing. 3X. I think I saw comps on this one for, I can't remember. I generally looked at sold comps, so probably around 30, which is not horrible. It's a longer length, just, you know, over shirt jacket type thing. They had quite a few Ming Wang. This was the only one left when I went back and thinking, well, maybe I'll pick up one of those Ming Wangs. Since at least, I mean, it is a good brand. So, like, it's not like my filler is crap. They don't have a lot of crap brands. Like, in the 2 rooms, I saw 1 Shein, 1 Fashion Nova. They do have, you know, Worthington and Coldwater Creek and those kind. They don't take, they're very picky about what they take in terms of style. They don't take a lot of really casual clothes. You're not going to find, you know, much in that area. And the condition is good too. Almost always. This is Miss Sook, size 2X. Another brand I've only sold once, but it sold well and fast. This one I like the watercolors. I think that's really pretty. Somebody's going to like that a lot. It does have one spot that didn't concern me too much. I think I'll be able to get it out. I'll do my, you know, usual paste of Blue Dawn, hydrogen peroxide, and oxy. Scrub it with a toothbrush and done. There were, I think, a bunch of Miss Sooks. I have another Miss Sook, as a matter of fact. Here's the other Miss Sook. This one's a 2-piece. I thought it was a 2-piece. Oh yeah, here. I like to get at least 10 items because of the price. I think last time I only managed to get 7 because I had a huge bulky faux fur coat that was like maxi length with a hood. But I also didn't find a lot of good stuff last time, so I didn't like leave stuff behind and get the coat instead. So my cost of goods is a little higher. I'm not afraid of a higher cost of goods for the right piece, but I still want to get it as low as possible, especially when I end up with filler. So this is a size petite large. I don't like that P so much, but they're just like a stretch knit pant, solid color, burgundy. I don't know. Burgundy, wine. Burgundy's a wine. I think this is, I feel like the other one is a brighter color, so that's more wine, and this is a darker, richer color, and that's burgundy, but I could be making that up. So those are the pants. And then, and I do recall checking the sizes to make sure they match. Petite, large. I picked up a J. Peterman 3-piece suit there at one point, and the sizes were not all the same. Still listed them together. I still sold them for like, I think $110. Because obviously they belong to the same person. So if one person can wear that variety of sizes, someone else can. Again, I call these like an overshirt. It's like a jacket, but it's open, and you just wear it over some sort of shell, and it creates a lovely outfit. And this was my mother's size. I would ask her if she would like to try it on, but she is not that size. Okay. This was actually, I'm getting into the stuff now that I got in the size 10 and below room, which was not a ton because I didn't go back there. And this was the first item that I saw. It was on a rack marked no size. It is a faux suede coat. Yeah, I'm a sucker for coats. And that's the problem because I've got to pack all this stuff up. And like a bin with coats, I'll be able to get like 4 of them in there. I was so happy because I've been consolidating bins and I emptied 3 of them. And then I'm like, oh, but all these hanging coats have to go in bins. And that's going to take like 10 of them. Anyway. I honestly thought it was suede at first, but it's not. Look how nice it is. I have no idea what size it is because it has no tags. And let me see if I step back, if that will help. I like this a lot. And I'm pretty good at sizing things that have no size. But I need to try it on first. I do better by how it fits me than I do with just measurements. And it's just too hot to even think about putting this on. So I will deal with this later. We're getting down to the nitty gritty. I do have 2 brands in here that I believe, based on other people's haul videos, are bolos. So I'm excited because anytime I can find a brand that other resellers say is good and I have never found it, I'm like, yay, now I found it. I did not comp them. This isn't one of them. This is Vince. I think the one with the period after it is the older label. And I kept this on the hanger and didn't put it in my bag right away because I was like, I don't know if I'm going to get this or not. But I was this was in the higher sized room. It's a large. It didn't take up a lot of room and I was looking for filler at this point. It's a very basic sheath dress. The fabric feels really good. It's got a little bit of a zipper there. Now, I have steered away from buying any exposed zippers, like, dresses that have like a long gold or silver one in the back. I think those zippers, I feel like they went out of style. And yet I've been watching videos and I see other people pick it up and they don't say anything about that. I thought this one was okay because it's not long and it's exposed, but the color, it's monochromatic, so it's not noticeable. I don't know what this fabric is. It feels really good. I'm not a large by any means, but when it comes to like a sheath dress, sometimes I will wear a bigger size because I don't like it too huggy. Maybe this would fit me if I don't know. I probably wouldn't wear it. It's viscose, 75% viscose, 21% polyamide, and 4% elastane. Well, it feels good. I mean, I think I can list this for $30, no problem. I haven't run any comps, so I could be completely wrong. This is the other Banana Republic, and this is I believe this is the very newest label, and it's new with tag. It was $280. Size 10. I think that's a good size. Women's blazer. Just a women's blazer. It's a 1 button closure. Very like, like man style boyfriend jacket. I think it's black. The light's kind of off in here. It's early and well, it's not that early, but the blinds are all closed because, it's hot. I'm managing to do this without the fan, so I'm happy about that. I'll turn it on as soon as this is done. I don't know what this is. I don't remember this at all. Is it like a giant houndstooth? That's what it looks like. I think it was like, this won't take up any space. I will buy it. But what is it? Oh, it's Equipment Femme. I know that used to be Bolo. I don't know if it still is. I've only had it once. But it can't be bad. It's not like you go from being a Bolo Equipment Femme to being like no boundaries or something. And it's really pretty. It's sheer. It's got the ruffled front. I think if it was solid, it could be piratey, but the pattern is not piratey. Size small. Not really my style, but I would wear it. Like if this didn't sell, I wouldn't donate it. I'd be like, well, let me try it on. Okay, 2 left, and these are the ones brands I'm not familiar with. This one shirt, I almost lost it. So I thought I had it and in my bag, and then I see this woman walk by holding it. So I'm like thinking, was there 2? And I peek in my bag, I'm like, oh my God, I must have dropped it. So I said, are you putting that back? She goes, no. She says, why? Do you want it? I said, well, it was mine, but I dropped it. She goes, oh, here, you can have it. I was like, oh, thank you so much. Ugh. I've got to be more careful. This is Me Plus M. I've heard of it from other videos. I've heard it's a good one to pick up. I have not comped it. I've not looked into it. It is very pretty though. It's got like this pin tucking here. Is that pin tucking? The like micro pleats? I'm not sure. And then that nice like crochet little ruffle. It's got a lot going on. A lot. Look at that nice sleeve. The back. This is nice. Very nice. And it is a size US 4. UK 8. And finally, not only have I never had this brand, but I was looking at a bag on the online auctions that was this brand, and I was feeling like it wasn't a great buy, but I was like, maybe I should put a bid on it. I've never had this brand. And now I have. And it is Stout, size 8. This was actually the second item I found after that coat. So I was very happy about that. Is it the right season for, oh, does the zipper work? Oh yeah. Is it the right season for this? Well, maybe not, but I could totally see like somebody wearing this to their bridal shower, you know, or one of their little bridal parties. Fitted at the waist, and then it comes out very feminine. The squarish, well, it's like a round neckline that no, it's more like a squared neckline that's rounded at the corners, but then the back is squared. Definitely feels like 100% crisp cotton. Let's find the tag. 96% cotton, 2% spandex. No, 98% cotton, 2% spandex. Perfect. Lining is 100% cotton. So I have no idea what this is worth because I've never found this brand, so I've never looked it up. And I'm happy to add this to my repertoire. I have one more item to talk about, which was not from the bag sale. I put on this hat this morning. I brought this hat downstairs this morning to wear for my video because my hair, oh, don't even get me started. And I noticed, you're going to get to see it. Oof. And I noticed that it has like embroidered letters on it. AS. Now this is from my collection. I don't know where I got it. I have a very, very large bag just filled with hats. I like hats. And when I bought this, I bought it because I liked that it didn't have anything on it, which is unusual because all my hats have things on it. I have like a couple that don't, and I like those. So I'm like, AS, I've never noticed that. What is that? And I see it's Acne Studios. Acne Studios is a bolo, right? And I've never had it. And here it is, has been living in my closet for, I don't even know how long. I looked up comps, and for Acne baseball caps, the lowest I saw was 30, but then they just went up and up from there. So I think that I'm going to have to list this hat. I mean, maybe I can find another plain one. I don't know, but yeah, I'm going to be listing this hat. So that's everything. As always, if there's anything you're interested in, you're welcome to contact me about it. I would give you obviously a better price than I would list it on Poshmark, or, you know, if it's something or if you don't like that and want to buy it on Poshmark or Mercari or Vinted or whatever, you can contact me and ask me when I'm going to list it. And if I know you're interested in it, I'll list it, you know, I'll put it to the top of the pile, because lately I've only been listing one item a day. I had started doing that when I was working away from home for 5 days a week. I'm back to my regular schedule, but I've got so much going on that I don't even want to go into, that I've stuck to one a day. But then I realized I'm not going to get this stuff up in time for season at that rate. So I'm going to try to do at least one a day, with 2 on some days. Anyway, thank you very much. How do you think I did? What's your favorite piece? Hit the thumbs up on the way out, and I'll see you on the next one, whenever that might be.